your favorite music radio.
Pinapasigla mo ang umaga o aking radyo. Kasama ka sa tuwina o aking radyo. Kahit nasan man ako, laging tiwala sa iyo. My favorite music radio, FMR.
Kayo'y nakikinig sa FMR, favorite music radio. Saan man, kailanman, kasama mo ang bago mong paborito. Ito ang FMR, favorite music radio.
Break time na! Maraming ganap kasama ang Tito na masarap. Masarap kakwentuhan at kabanding. Walang nakakalusot na usong kanta at trending balita kapag nasa radyo ang inyong Barako. Have a Barako Break with Tito Mike sa Good Vibes sa umaga.
Favorite Music Radio.
That was James Reed, BI, and DJ Flicked with Jacuzzi. Check what time it is now. 11 past 9 o'clock in the morning. Welcome to the show. Today is Wednesday. Oh, Wednesday, no, Jakto. It's a Wednesday, May 20, 2026. Nasig lang ba? Dito gay, June na ba? Sabi, no? Beklase na. Anong beklase gani? June 8? May checking natin, ah. Checking it out, ah. I think the start of the school year 2026-2027 is going to be on June 8. So, pila? Tatloks man, ha? Kaya lang. So make the moment last ba? Make the moment last. Drama ba? Make it worth it. 3 weeks until the beginning of the classes. Syempre, sugot dulong na naman ta, bugtaw na naman temprano. Preparar sa mga kabataan naton, diba? Sa mga estudyante, syempre, it's I don't know if I think colleges are later, no? Nalilipat ko kung saan. Dito nagligad mo lang nagsira klase ng college. Sira klase sa college? Saan balik sa college siya? Ang klase pa ka mo? Saan yung sira klase nyo ya? June ka mo okay. So kamoya ang nag-retain ya. Kahit ang the elementary and high school, I think, nag-revert niya sa orig nga cycle na college siya, nag-tiner. So meaning, most likely, maklose ka mo June, mga August or September ang opening nyo. Okay. At least, giyan nyo lang. Mabuhay kayo hanggang gusto nyo, Gila mo, gina sa. Importante, eskwela mayo. No? Nga mo ligo, ya? Anyway, 9:13 in the morning. It's a sunny, as per usual. No, it's a sunny Wednesday morning. Yesterday, there's been scattered rain showers. I believe they were localized thunderstorms and rains, no, although it's something to be glad about kaya syempre happy na naman mga farmers naton kaya nabasa jutay ang ilang mga tanom, no, but today do medyo ang sugod sang adlaw pugati na naman. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen later within the day, but we'll see if we can take a peek at the weather forecast, no, for today. That's later. Or may tatana isang credible pag sang comprehensive. Bibla kailangan man nga do kakuan lang, broad lang ang makwa naton. But yeah, we'll see later on. Anyway, well, Google does show the rain icon, so maybe maulan na naman karon. We shall find out. Right, and well, if you think about it, in Luzon, there's been flooding in Monday, Sunday, Monday, no? And then Davao, Monday and Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken, was also flooding. That's why people have been making jokes about how how Davao's. I think no, flooding is not really, especially with climate change. Flooding is something that's going to really happen. No, it's just that we are hoping that flood control projects can actually lessen the burden on the people. Right? But apparently that's not what's happening. Bakit abalo no ako lin sa una, no, being somebody who lived in an area where flooding was really a big problem back then. Kaya taga Sampaguita 1. Dala ta nagdako Sampaguita 1. Barangay Singkang Airport. Nadaan si Tumbay. Tupad gid sa Taytay gid nga daan. So meaning, ang ginatandaan namon sa unang gamay ko was that ang kalendaryo na bala nga may nakabutang pada kung ano kataas ang high tide ag ano oras na amo na yang ginatanaw. Gamay pa kami we learned how to read that because most of the time our parents weren't home, they were working, so kami lang sa mga utod ko, so mag-inulan na gani ara na nagabantay kami na dadayon kung ano ang pinakataas, no, nga kwan sang high tide. And if it's nalipat ko kung ano tong kwan mag something 1.6 1.5 meters na gani amo na ate why na tanan nga sa dalom nga mga gamit pasaka na kay meaning mag-ulan kag mag high tide masugata gid na iyang tubig. So that means wala palagyuhan ng tubig, so mataas gid na iya. So those things have been happening for a very long time and we're prone to that. It's just that we were hoping that these flood control projects, if wala lang tani gin aluan sang kapanulayan, no, this would have been able to help people. So tiyan mo na. But yeah, I'm not sure because if I look at my memories on Facebook, no, last year, 2 years before that, mag-amune, start na ang onset na of the rainy season. But that's not happening right now. Maybe because of the influence of the development of El Nino, Super El Nino, no, in the Pacific. If you guys have been reading the news, this year, Super El Nino. 2-3 years ago, we had the same thing, El Nino phenomena. I don't know if that was Super El Nino. Maybe this one is the worst because I read from somewhere, no, amuni ko nung pinakalala in the last 150 years. No, so it's gonna intensify everything. Heat is going to intensify, my heat wave, my drought and all that. And at the same time, kung mag-ululan naman, intensified naman ang ulan. And the calamities that are brought along with it. So tiyan mo na. Alright, so niganda lang tanay. Let's hope that our government, no, finally settles whatever issues they have with each other and they start preparing for the rainy days, literally. Diba? But yeah, kitaya, observe and report lang kitaya as per usual. Alright, welcome to the show. This is Barako Break with Tito Mike. We are live on FMR Bacolod.ismyradio.com. Again, it's FMR Bacolod.ismyradio.com. And we are also live on our Facebook page, FMR Bacolod 91.1. If you have songs that you want to request for, hit me up. We are on there. If we are, if you're friends on Facebook, send me a private message and play lang your request. Lablaba. Ba. Let's get to a song from Player 2. Here's Let Me. This is Barako Break with Tito Mike here on your favorite music radio, FMR 91.1.
Sandali lang mga ka-vibes, magbabalik ang iyong paboritong programa pagkatapos ng ilang sandali.
Bago magwa sa balay, ako kag akon mga bata, plus sa paghalong kag proteksyon, payong, check. Sunscreen, check. Te, pag-abot sa vitamin C, syempre ang may plus man. Vitamin C plus zinc nga ara sa Gen C+. Pwede ba kabulig pakusugon ng resistensya with proper diet and exercise? Parehas ang vitamin C. Ang zinc ang isa ka antioxidant nga may ginabuhat sa immune functions ang aton nga lawas. Pinakusog nga kabasko with Gen C+. Mabakal for only 7 pesos and 50 centavos per capsule SRP sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Ascorbic acid plus zinc is the generic name of Gen C+. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor. Me and my girls, mahilig mag-food trip. Mapabuffet, samgyup o kunisawan. And don't forget the drinks. Manamit! Pero dali lang ha, wala man gihapon na dula ang insakto nga lifestyle kag exercise sa amon barkada. Balanced living. Kaupo na diri ang Liver Aid. May silimarin extract to supplement our daily regimen. Keep the good times rolling with Liver Aid. Right, girls? Mabakalang Liver Aid sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Importante nga pahibalo, ang Liver Aid hindi bulong kag hindi dapat gamiton nga pamulong sa anuman nga size ng sakit.
Bringing you the freshest.
I want you to hear me say, sunrise, baby, come be my starlight.
And the latest tracks of your favorites. Giving you good vibes all way round. Let's go! And where you are, whatever you do,
We are here for you.
FMR 91.1.
91.1.
This is your favorite music radio, FMR.
FMR.
That was Mayonnaise with Dragon. 37 past 9 in the morning. This is Barako Break with Tito Mike. May 20, 2026. Let's get to some international news. Authorities in Vietnam and Thailand are tightening enforcement on foreign visitors following a rise in incidents involving tourists and transnational crime. In Da Nang, officials are investigating a case in which a shirtless foreign man climbed onto a car, damaged the vehicle and caused a disturbance in the popular An Thong tourist area. The incident, captured in a widely shared video, renewed public concern over inappropriate behavior by some foreign visitors in the city's nightlife and beach districts. Residents and authorities say violations involving intoxicated tourists, public disorder, traffic offenses, and reckless motorcycle riding without helmets have become increasingly common. Some foreign visitors have also been criticized for ignoring beach regulations, including bringing unmuzzled pets onto public beaches and failing to clean up after them. Local officials stress that police are continuing to strictly enforce regulations, while tourism authorities plan to strengthen awareness campaigns and encourage hotels and rental businesses to better inform guests about Vietnamese laws and acceptable conduct. Traffic police statistics show a steady rise in cases involving foreign nationals violating road safety laws in recent years. Meanwhile, Thailand announced it will significantly shorten visa-free stays for tourists from more than 90 countries as part of a broader crackdown on crimes involving foreign nationals. The current 60-day visa-free period, introduced in 2024 to boost tourism, will be reduced to for most visitors to 30 days, while some nationalities will receive only 15 days. Thai officials said the move follows several high-profile arrests linked to drug offenses, sex trafficking, and foreigners operating businesses illegally. Authorities emphasize the policy is not aimed at specific nationalities, but at individuals exploiting the visa system for criminal activity. Tourism remains a key pillar of Thailand's economy, contributing more than 10% rather, of GDP. Though visitor numbers have yet to fully recover to pre-pandemic levels despite stricter visa measures, the government still expects foreign arrivals to rise slightly this year. And I would have to agree with that. I mean, Thailand is one of the cheapest. Actually, most of the countries in Southeast Asia really not that expensive. Vietnam and Thailand are the cheaper options. Hong Kong a little bit on the expensive side. Same with Macau. Singapore, it's kind of in the middle. No, it's kind of in between Hong Kong and Vietnam siguro in terms of depende man Japan kung what's your style na mag-travel ka. But yeah, you know what's our biggest takeaway sa sang Vietnam and Thailand? This is something that we can also apply with what's happening in Siargao right now, right? Because for months now, I don't know. It's like complaints of the people, in Siargao, of the locals in Siargao, in connection with how some foreigners are some tourists, are quite rowdy, and problematic, which has been according to some locals that I know, nga do wala kuno sa paksang LGU. Siargao is under what? Surigao? I don't know. But anyway, and then in the last couple of weeks, nag-resurface na naman, may isa ka cafe, again panawag ni again ransak kumbaga sang mga Israeli, because they had a flag of that supports Gaza, right? So here's what I think. Is really what I think. Kaya damo ga defend man ko sa mga Israeli until now, damo ga defend sa mga Israeli, and it's sad. We're not taking sides. It's just that I don't like wars in general. The oppression that goes with it. I've read so many historical books about wars that that supports my hate for war. All right. This cafe was putting up that and then apparently mga ex-IDF ni sila no, ang defense force ng Israel after discharge lagaw, no. I'm on a speculation, ha. But what I think is that if you go to a country, you don't have any right, no, to to attack people, especially locals, no, just because they are against your politics. Kasi this is all politics, eh. Diba? Hindi na yan pwede just for example, may war between North Korea and South Korea. Diba? Kadto ko din sa Philippines, may flags ang North Korea. Diba? Koreans can't do anything. And they shouldn't do anything because it's not their country. Diba? I mean, they can feel bad about it, they can criticize it, but they can't do anything physical about it. You know, and unlike these Israelis reportedly no nga nagmaoy sila sa isa cafe just because may free Gaza nga kwan, free Palestine, I think, I don't remember nga flag mo no. You don't have any right to do that in another country. Respect the how locals view things. Diba? You don't have to agree. You just don't do anything about it. Right? And this supports the complaints of people for so many months now. Nga amo na kono damo kono mga foreigners nga gasagay ka panawag ni. They act like they own the place. And most of the script says they act like they were promised Siargao 3,000 years ago. You know, as cliche as that sounds, that's how they act like, right? And a lot of high-profile personalities, no, have already questioned why the LGU, why the country, why the tourism, and you know the immigration is not doing anything about it. Last week, dapat may meeting, no, may dialogue ang ang Israeli ambassador to the Philippines along with the locals and the business owners in Siargao, but then didn't show up. Now nagambal siya nga kuno, just arrest na lang kung may mga just arrest na lang. Diba? I don't know what exactly the government is going to do about it, right? And I'm sad that it's not even that highlighted in the national news. And I don't know why. When Siargao is what the number one foreigners destination in the country. Diba? It's not Boracay anymore. Diba? That's why in Siargao it's like a melting pot of different cultures already. Right? So, you know, it's already bad that for years now it has become quite expensive for the locals to live there. These locals wanted to take advantage of the tourism, put up their own businesses in order to to afford, diba, their own locality. Diba? Imagine na kinala mo magnegosyo gid nga balbal para lang maka-afford ka mag-star sa imo mismo lugar because it's increased in prices. So tapos next thing you know, may mga foreigners pa nga mga abusado. So that's extra sad right there, right? And the government has to do something about it. Visa can be taken away as quickly as it is granted to foreigners. They are visitors. They're just visiting. So if we take away their right to visit, that's it. So that's why it's so hard to understand nga ado wala Japan ka katutukan. Why Japan mayo ginasapak wala I don't know. Wala ka mention sa wala ka mention sa Congress, sa Senate. Diba? How baka nga kagamay man na it's such an isolated case because it's just Siargao. No, it's like a I mean, so many senators and congressmen are so engrossed about, you know, ginaano natin ang sovereignty sa country, ginaano nila, binabiolate nila yung sovereign right natin sa bilang Pilipino. This is exactly that. Okay? It's a right as Filipinos that's being violated by these foreigners. Diba? If Vietnam and Thailand can do something about it, we can probably do the same. We can surely do the same thing. Diba? It's just a matter of who lights the fire? 'Di ba? Who lights the wick or the fuse? Right? So tiyan mo na. I hope lang, no, manotisyahan ni nila. No, I hope lang papa ko dama totoo mapasyarga ko karon. No, for I think almost a week. Possible akong nanto sa singalan to sa mga foreigner. Okay, so kung daan sa amay ko, possible lamang sa puti ito. But anyway, purya lang pa. Hindi lang babe lang. Enjoy lang na pa. Pero tiyan mo na, no? Pero ginadsa po na siya. May balang ko na siya pa. May mga damo to foreigners nga do mga kwan, do mga haslo. So ano ka lang. Lingi-lingi lang Alang kay mga bro, iman sa fraternity ang upod ya kay ila na convention. Ate, sala mo sa putihan ka mo guro eh. Pero anyway, so tiyan mo na. Ako I'm sort of a pacifist in a sense. No, I can be really parawag ni oppressive and offensive in terms of verbal, no? Kabaloy kay mga insulto, mga trash talk der gigoya, no? Galing kay I don't like physical violence. Pero if it comes to a point nga tido ka hindi nagidya insakto ya, I don't mind, breaking some medyo isa lang ka unto, 'di ba? Pati hindi ka magamo na bad na. Pero kung siling yang makuanay ka mo ya, puno nay ka mo ya, pati ka na. Kato niya country bla. If they violate your right as a Filipino, I have so many friends who are foreigners, by the way, and I love how they understand, their situation. They're so respectful of the culture, how Filipinos are. I even asked this guy what he thinks of. He's pro-Trump, by the way, but he understands how a lot of Filipinos are drawn in to the idea of Trump being the bad guy, right? And he understands that, and he doesn't sway people to be like him, because each and every one of us, especially with different cultures, have different views in terms of, especially in politics. So he understands that, and I think that should be how people should think. Foreigners should think if they go to a place. No, you shouldn't care about the politics. You shouldn't care about all these other things. Just enjoy. If you came here for vacation, enjoy the beaches. Okay, enjoy the beaches, enjoy the views, enjoy the whatever adventures you have signed up for and all that. Just that, diba? Spare yourselves the trouble of and the hassles of getting into the political discourse of the locals. Chose 50 past 9 o'clock in the morning. That news was brought to you by Liberate and Plemex. Let's get to a song from Beanie. Here is Pantropico. This is Barako Break right here on FMR 91.1.
FM radio station, FMR, your favorite music radio.
Pinapasigla mo ang umaga o aking radyo. Kasama ka sa tuwina o aking radyo. Kahit nasan man ako, laging tiwala sa iyo. My favorite music radio, FMR.
Kayo'y nakikinig sa FMR, favorite music radio. Saan man, kailanman, kasama mo ang bago mong paborito. Ito ang FMR, favorite music radio. The time now on FMR. It's 10:02.
This time check is brought to you by Plemex Forte Syrup and Capsule. Halugang paginawa. Tunaw ang plema. Basta nagundi, Plemex.
Oops! Sandali lang mga ka-vibes. Magbabalik ang iyong paboritong programa pagkatapos ng ilang sandali.
Me and my girls, mahilig mag-food trip. Mapabuffet, samgyup o kunisawan. And don't forget the drinks. Manamit! Pero dali lang ha. Wala man gihapon na dula ang insakto nga lifestyle kag exercise sa amon barkada. Balanced living. Kaupo na diri ang Liver Aid. May silimarin extract to supplement our daily regimen. Keep the good times rolling with Liver Aid. Right, girls? Mabakalang Liver Aid sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Importante nga pahibalo, ang Liver Aid hindi bulong kag hindi dapat gamiton nga pamulong sa anuman nga size ng sakit.
Birit na tani, kaso daw may nag-aaskad. Amuin na ang ubo nga may plema ka mabudla ipagwa. Mag-Plemex Forte Syrup. Himo sa natural nga lagundi. Ginatunaw ang plema. Ginapunggan ang ubo. Mabatsyagan ang hagod sang ginhawa. Sing your heart out. Basta nagundi, Plemex. Mabakal ang Plemex Forte Syrup 60ml kag 120ml sa mga nagapanguna ka butikan nationwide. Vitex Nagundo L is a generic name of Plemex Forte. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Radio ad ni parte sa Radio Ads. Sa radyo, para makabaligya, pwede magkanta, la 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 la, magpakadlaw. Ang hindi, pwede mangtonto. Example, ang produkto ko, pinakabaskog ni Promise. Kung wala proof, superiority claim na. Suno sang Ad Standards Council, importante mabalaan sang consumers ang matuod. Matuod na? Ipaagi sa Ad Standards Council. Learn more at asc.com.ph.
This is your favorite music radio, FMR.
15 past 10 o'clock in the morning. Let's get to some news. The Senate voted 50-47 in the U.S. at that. Yesterday to move forward with a war powers resolution that would require President Donald Trump to end U.S. involvement in the war with Iran unless Congress formally approves continued military action. The vote marked the first successful advancement of the measure after 7 previous failed attempts since the conflict began in February. 4 Republican senators joined the nearly all Democrats in supporting the resolution. Among them was Senator Bill Cassidy of Louisiana, who recently lost a primary race after Trump backed his challenger. Cassidy said he supports efforts to weaken Iran's nuclear capabilities, but criticized the administration for failing to adequately brief Congress on Operation Epic Fury. In a social media statement, Cassidy said many people in Louisiana, including Trump supporters, are worried about the conflict, adding that Congress should not approve or extend the war effort without clearing information from the White House and Pentagon. Republican Senators Lisa Murkowski, Rand Paul, and Susan Collins also voted in favor of advancing the resolution consistent with their earlier positions. Democratic Senator John Fetterman was the only member of his party to oppose the measure, while 3 Republicans did not cast votes. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer said that the vote showed growing Republican unease over what Democrats describe as an unauthorized war. He argued that Trump has involved the U.S. in a prolonged and expensive conflict without a clear strategy or legal approval from Congress. Although the resolution still faces additional votes before possible passage in both chambers and would likely be vetoed by Trump, Democrats view the effort as a way to pressure Republicans into publicly taking a position on the war. Senator Tim Kaine of Virginia, who introduced the bill, said Congress should use the debate to examine the war's objectives, strategy, financial costs, and overall impact on the country. And not only on the country, because it's impacting everybody. All the countries around the world are being impacted one way or another by this war. Right now, in the last couple of weeks, thankfully, medyo nagtahaw, right? Because if you notice, Trump's been in these other engagements. Now, he recently went to China, and met with President Xi Jinping, right? And, well, they said, okay, it's a magnificent garden. Dala sa garden, ganun mo, no? And he was so honored because he was one of the few leaders who were brought to that garden, outside of I think the seat of government of China, right? So some people are saying that Xi Jinping is going to ally himself with China. I don't think that's gonna happen. All right, China will always be pro-China, right? And in most cases, the U.S. have been really cautious about China. Right, so it's I'm not taking any sides on this. They're both a-holes, if you ask me. But to those who are fantasizing about China and the U.S. really joining forces and what's this, obliterating Iran, I don't think that's gonna happen. Now, there's more to get with Iran free from China, from American grasp for China than otherwise. So kung ang Iran hawak sang US, kumbaga, it's not gonna benefit China. So they want, I'm sure, that they would want Iran as an independent party in this conflict. Right, so why chance mga muna. But anyway, I hope that malipatan na ning ang war, and Donald Trump will sit down and just eat his fried chicken and his fries and all that, and just leave the world at peace, right? Kaya kagarot nga daan mang garo-garo pag isaya. Right, but yeah, although yes, I understand this is going to be vetoed. No, the last call is still in the president. You know how it works. It's same as the process here. If a law gets passed in the Senate, right? It's either it gets approved by the president or gets vetoed by the president. If he doesn't do anything about it, and it lapses a certain amount of time, it automatically becomes a law, and he can't do anything about it. Right? So if he knows about, and I'm sure he knows about this, he's for sure going to veto it, because that means if he doesn't, it's going to take away some of his powers, in waging war with Iran, right? Alongside Israel. So you know how it is, classic Donald Trump, right? He's not going to allow it, right? So libreng mangarap, kumbaga. But let's just hope that whatever peace, ceasefire that we are enjoying right now, I hope it stays, because the world is slowly healing. Slowly. Tapos kung bombanay naman sila liwat, malibog naman ang ulot. Mamala na yung concern ta dira. 21 past 10. That news was brought to you by Optin. Let's get to a song from Crash Adams, Good Side. This is Barako Break with Tito Mike right here on FMR 91.1.
Out danay mga ka-vibes! Magabalik ang iyong paborito nga programa pagkatapos sang pila ka pahanumdom.
Bago magwa sa balay, ako kag akon mga bata, plus sa paghalong kag proteksyon, payong, check. Sunscreen, check. Te, pag-abot sa vitamin C, syempre ang may plus man. Vitamin C plus zinc nga ara sa Gen C+. Pwede ba kabulig pakusugon ang resistensya with proper diet and exercise? Parehas ang vitamin C. Ang zinc ang isa ka antioxidant nga may ginabuhat sa immune functions ang aton nga lawas. Pinakusog nga kabasko with Gen C+. Mabakal for only 7 pesos and 50 centavos per capsule SRP sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Ascorbic acid plus zinc is the generic name of Gen C+. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Tuhod, siko, hawak, aray. Konpirmi pasan ang sakit sa luta-lutahan. Sign na ina sang arthritis o joint deterioration. Sa masami kung nagaedad na kinahanglan sang kabakod kag sulhay nga masandigan. Kaya ina sang artresin. May undinatured type 2 collagen kag methyl sulfonyl methane nga mahimo protektahan ang ikaayong lawas sang luta-lutahan. Make the right move. Mag-inom sang artresin adlaw-adlaw. Mabakal ang artresin sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Mahalagang paalala, ang artresin ay hindi gamot at hindi maaring gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Bringing you the freshest.
I want you to hear me say, moonlight, sunrise, baby, come be my starlight.
As the latest tracks of your favorites. Giving you good vibes all way round. Let's go! Anywhere you are, whatever you do.
We are here for you.
FMR 91.1.
91.1.
This is your favorite music radio, FMR.
FMR.
39 past the hour, 10 o'clock in the morning. This is Barako Break with Tito Mike on my last talk gap. Now, let's get to some international news once again, right? It's about, I think I've talked about this in the show once. You know, ang founder, ang big boss sa Mango, the brand, you know, the fashion brand, was found dead like, that was 2 years ago, I think. But anyway, Spanish police Tuesday had arrested Jonathan Andic, the eldest son of Mango founder Isaac Andic, in connection with the fashion billionaire's death during a hiking trip near Barcelona in December 2024. Jonathan Andic had been alone with his 71-year-old father when Isaac fell to his death in the Montserrat Mountains, an area known for steep cliffs and ravines near the Salnitre caves in Colbato. Authorities initially ruled the incident as an accident, believing the Mango founder may have slipped, and a judge closed the case in January 2025 after finding no signs of foul play. However, the investigation was reopened in October 2025 after police, prosecutors, and the court identified alleged inconsistencies in Jonathan Andic's statements. Reports also said investigators had seized his phone shortly after the incident. Spanish media cited testimony from Isaac Andic's partner, professional golfer Estefania Nuth, who reportedly described a sometimes strained relationship between father and son, including disagreements over Jonathan's role within Mango. According to reports, Isaac had given Jonathan greater operational control in 2014 before reclaiming tighter oversight a year later during company difficulties. Nuth was also reportedly involved in a financial dispute with Isaac's 3 children over the billionaire's estate. Catalonia's High Court said details of the case may remain confidential under judicial secrecy rules. Jonathan Andic has denied any involvement in his father's death and continues to insist the fall was accidental. Jonathan joined Mango in 2005 after studying audiovisual communication in United States and business in Spain. He later led the Mango Man division and served as vice chairman of the company's board at the time of his father's death. Born in Istanbul, Isaac Andic moved to Barcelona with his family in the late 1960s and founded Mango in 1984 with his brother Naman. The brand grew into one of the world's largest fashion retailers, operating around 2,850 stores across more than 120 markets and employing over 16,000 people worldwide. At the time of his death, Forbes estimated Andic's fortune at about 4.5 billion. Wow, grabe, no? I mean, the things that money can do. I mean, we're not trying to, but the courts have spoken. Right, and saying that it may have been the eldest son who orchestrated his death. If it's really what happened, then it's sad, you know, because they're the things that people do for money, right? I mean, if you think about it, when he dies, who does it go to anyway? I mean, you and your siblings, right? So, I mean, I'm probably watching too many Korean thrillers and panawag ni dramas. I think in some stories, mo na ang tatay, billionaires at that, ginapapatay ang tatay kay para mas makuha ang mana faster, diba, kay tungod may problema sa kwarta, stuff like that. Right? Maybe that's just one of the we don't know the actual plot in this story, but hopefully it gets 100% proven whether or not he is indeed guilty. Diba? Pero subo, no? Gabi, things like this happening sa mga manggaranon pa. Mga pigado, wala. Okay, so when I get asked, no, by people, no, do you also have fights between your siblings over properties and all that? I always tell them we don't have any properties to fight over, so no. Because if you notice in a lot of rich families, ang ginaawayan permi is properties, duta, kumpanya, kung ano-ano pa dira, diba? But when you're poor, ano gyud bang ginaawayan nyo, diba? Sometimes there's a running joke sa mga family reunions, di ba? Happy subong reunion subong, tapos the following day maaway sa duta, di ba? Amo na that's it does happen, but very very seldom ang may gaaway nga mapigado sa kwan. Wala man gid no, mga mangarano niya mong gaaway sa properties most of the time. Blah. And it's sad that some resort to violence, some resort to killing, right? Just for the money. Gabi no? Money is it's not the root of all evil. It's just that money is something that can easily corrupt people. Weak people at that. Weak emotionally, weak mentally. All right? So not generalizing, hindi niya sa iba na niguro sa ako niyo, okay lang ko ya, di ba? But yeah, if you're highly susceptible to corruption, then money is something that could be a catalyst for corrupting you. So, and this is one of those stories. It is 45 past 9 o'clock in the morning. That news is brought to you by Uptin. It is time for me to go. Thank you everybody for joining me the last couple of hours. Wednesday subong, no, 2 days na lang, weekend na naman. Make the most out of it. No happenings. Bacolod Chicken and Asal is gonna be next weekend. Sa may namakot sa akon. No, next weekend. Ano date yan? 29, 30, 31. No, muna sang Bacolod Chicken Inasal Festival. Okay, so check nyo yung page, official Facebook page para balaan nyo kung ano ang mga schedule of events. Alrighty. Let's get on with my last couple of songs. Here's El Manu with Listahan, back to back with Jason Marvin and Pet Sanity's Bahala Na. Tito Mike out. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday here on your favorite music radio, FMR 91.1.
to you by Plemex Forte Syrup and Capsule. Halugang paginawa. Tunaw ang plema. Basta nagundi, Plemex.
Bago magwa sa balay, ako kag akon mga bata, plus sa paghalong kag proteksyon, payong, check. Sunscreen, check. Te, pag-abot sa vitamin C, syempre ang may plus man. Vitamin C plus zinc nga ara sa Gen C+. Pwede ba kabulig pakusugon ng resistensya with proper diet and exercise? Parehas ang vitamin C. Ang zinc ang isa ka